morning everyone, my name is Michelle, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to another video. It is Thursday morning, the 6th of February. Nearly spring, but it's frosty this morning out there. It's actually quite refreshing. Anyhow, we're here to talk about the Sebastian Rogers case today. It's a couple of days since I talked about Sebastian. In fact, it's a couple of days since I even ventured into the case at all. It's just crazy. Beyond crazy. There's no words in the English language to describe how messed up this case is. We'll get to Sebastian in a moment because, meanwhile, in other news, the Megan Boswell trial, the long-awaited Megan Boswell trial, started yesterday. We had a massive lawyer issue in the afternoon, but today, day 2, hopefully it's all been sorted out. We can get on with the testimony. It's a heartbreaking case. I am streaming it live, so if you're interested, my scheduler for day 2 will go up shortly. I'll be live from 1:45 p.m. my time, which is 8:45 Eastern, and the scheduler will give you what that time is in your local time. Court starts at 9 a.m. Eastern, so I will be live just before to get us situated, do the sound check. All right. Also, in other news, if anybody's been following the trial of Colin Griffin from Florida, oh my word, a shock verdict. Listen to this.
State of Florida versus Colin Griffin. We, the jury, find as follows. As to the defendant in this case, the defendant, as to count 1, the defendant is not guilty. As to count 2, the defendant is not guilty. So said we all, this 5th day of February, 2025.
Well, the jury has spoken, and that's the second parent he's got away with killing. All I'm saying is, remember that name, Colin Griffith. Remember that name. All right, without further ado, let's get into Sebastian's case. So we're going to talk about actual evidence. Fancy that? Let's go. So yesterday, Jennifer Coffindaffer, ex-FBI agent with a law enforcement perspective and all the rest of it, was briefly live, just 20 minutes. I'm not going to play any clips because, quite frankly, Jennifer has been drinking the Kool-Aid. What more can I say? She has been drinking the Sebastian Rogers Green Team Kool-Aid. She shouts out people like the mob crew. And Pincho, I like you. Pincho and I have had many conversations in comments in live streams. Look, I know you mean well, but I say again and again and again, the interpretation of the lights video that Mob Crew has done and the 3D modelling that Pincho has done is inaccurate. Even what Seth said originally doesn't fit the Green Team narrative. They have to just brush over the fact that Seth told Pascal that the lights are not in the common area because the camera at the corner of Stafford and Kelling does not show the common area. It sees down the end of the street. Yeah, do you remember that? Yeah. Well, they conveniently forget it. And Jennifer Coffindaffer, she's just parroting what she's heard. She hasn't done any investigation for herself. If she's the FBI's finest, then America, you've got a problem. I'm sorry, son. America, there'll be a problem. I'm sure she's not the FBI's finest. But yet, every other sentence, she plugs the fact that she used to work in the FBI. Gives her credibility, doesn't it? Yeah, because people, every time I mention Jennifer Coffindaffer or another one of the Green Team add-ons, I get, she's got more experience than you. I'll just leave that one there. But you cannot, in all seriousness, you cannot say that the lights are in the common area by doing overlay videos. It doesn't matter how much high-tech 3D modelling you do. If the basis of your overlay is inaccurate, then your entire premise, your entire work is also inaccurate. The only way to do it accurately is to get a daytime shot that shows the absolute same viewpoint. This is the overlay I did in the Kylie Rodney case. The fire camera that was like 2 miles away from Prosser Reservoir showed a daytime shot. It was the same camera, exactly the same angle. So you could use that daytime shot as the basis of your overlay. Overlay the nighttime over the top of it, fiddle with the transparency a little bit, and you get a daytime shot with the lights visible so that you can see where the lights are that happened at night. You can see where the lights are using the daytime image. And this, very sadly, is Kylie Rodney's car heading for Prosser Reservoir. If we had a daytime shot from that camera, then it would be easy to do an overlay just like this. That would be accurate. But we don't have a daytime shot from that camera, so we can't do it. So Jennifer Coffindaffer can shout out as many people as she wants who are experts in doing this kind of thing when she doesn't understand the basic premise of how this is done. And because she doesn't understand the basic premise of how this is done, she's just parroting what other people are telling her, which is really sad. I do find this series of short videos interesting. This is from another one of my frequent commenters, Mike MX1, and he's been doing short videos showing the construction site. This is helicopter footage from the 27th of February, so the day after Sebastian disappeared. And I've got, it's about half an hour maybe, of helicopter footage on my channel. I'll link that video in the cards so you'll see it pop up. You should do anyway, on the right hand top of your screen. I'll also put it in the description box because those little cards don't always show up. It depends what device you're using. This helicopter footage showed what they were filling in. So they got these houses up and running, which are these houses right here. This is Google Maps from December 2024. So you can see some houses in there. They've got the road in. In February 2024, when Sebastian disappeared, all of this was still construction. Like the road wasn't in, the foundations for these houses weren't in. They were levelling the ground, filling in holes, small ponds. The retention pond that Max dove into is this one. That's still there as of December 2024. Mike's concern is that Sebastian may have been hiding somewhere, and sadly they dumped rubble on him. Now, if there were like rubble piles or holes and things like that, could Sebastian have been on that construction site and hid in a hole or behind a rubble pile when he saw the construction workers come in? Absolutely. We see one of the big diggers working while Max, the German Shepherd, is right there. The fact that they didn't shut down the construction site gives us a massive problem. The amount of potential evidence that has been lost, the potential tracks that dogs could have found have been lost. Potentially, Sebastian could have been hiding there and he's lost his life because, completely unintentionally, the construction workers didn't see him. And if that's the case, then how on earth are they going to find him? Because there's houses going up. Now, I know SF Investigates and Stephen Crabtree have talked about this, and, you know, they plan to go out there with ground-penetrating radar. It's worth a shot, but if Sebastian's body is already under one of the houses, that ain't going to work, is it? And ground-penetrating radar, it seems that it's possible to still find anomalies underground when the earth has recently been interfered with, for the want of a better word. But it just makes the job so much harder. So the fact that they didn't shut that construction site down, even for a few hours, is devastating for Sebastian's case. It's a terrifying prospect. If they had shut down that construction site that day, is it possible that he would have been found that day? And the absolute circus that this case has become just wouldn't have happened. We'll never know. We can't turn the clock back. But could Sebastian have been found that day if they had shut down that construction site. Or did he make it off the construction site? Did he go west? I think Stephen Crabtree's right. He showed the map that the searches were doing, so I think he's got the first 4 days of the search. That map that Ken Widener showed Nick Barris, they seemed, over the 4 days, to veer west. Is that because there was a sighting of him, or a potential sighting of him, that we're not aware of? Or were they searching in other areas as well that just weren't captured on that map that Stephen's got? I still think he went north. I do. I still think he went north. So there you've got Ward Lane, just over that field. He wouldn't have been caught on any cameras. I've always had it in my head that he was heading for White House School because he liked it. He wanted to go there. When he was pissed off with Beach High School, that's where he wanted to go. Had he headed that way? I'll always wonder that. And if so, his terrain, certainly not easy to search. I don't know, guys. I think it's something I'll always wonder until Sebastian is actually found. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I will see you at 1:45 my time, so 8:45 Eastern. Hopefully, join me to watch the Megan Boswell trial together. Stream the whole trial, gavel to gavel. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you soon. Noodle. Good boy.